channel. So my name's Grace and I live in the West Midlands with 2 little boys. I am currently just about to go back to work. I've been so used to saying I'm currently on maternity leave. I'm not technically on maternity leave now. I'm using up some annual leave before I start back at work in a couple of weeks. Excited to get some routine back in, to be honest. Having a little sip of tea. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back if you've watched any of mine before. So, this is a very exciting video. Well, it's exciting for me. So this is my first payday, first full payday since I went on maternity leave. Woohoo! So, yeah, I'm technically on annual leave at the minute. I actually forgot about this. I forgot you build up holiday while you're on maternity leave. And I had like 30 days to use and I needed to use them before April. So I've had like all of January off. Of course, annual leave you get paid for. So I've had a full pay, my first one in nearly a year. So that is so exciting. But also, I've had a little bit more as well because I did 3 keeping in touch days in December. So for anyone who might not know, when you're on maternity leave, at least in the UK, you get keeping in touch days, so you can have up to 10 keeping in touch days while you're on maternity leave, and you get paid for this. Even if it's only like an hour, you get paid a full day. So I had 3 keeping in touch days in December. I missed the payroll to get paid for them in December, so I've had them in this month as well. So not only is it a full pay, it's actually a little bit more than it usually is because of those. So very exciting. It's kind of landed really nicely, at least in my head. It's my first full pay. It's landed in January, so that's nice. Oh, start to the year. I was going to say a third, but that's kind of like it, yeah. It's my first full pay back and it's in January, so it's like started off the year straight from the start of the year, so I really like that. So I'm going to start this video a little bit differently. So what I've never really done before is shown the breakdown of my bills, essentially. Because what we do, me and my husband, all our bills, so like our mortgage, council tax, why's my mind gone blank, gas and electric, water, you know, all those kind of bills come out of our joint account. And then we both put in a certain amount of money every month into the joint account to cover those bills. While I was on maternity leave, I did drop this down, only by like a couple of hundred from what I was putting in before, but I was putting in a little bit less to what I was doing usually. So now I'm like back at work, or will be back at work and getting paid again. I kind of wanted to go back through our bills. First of all, update my spreadsheet that has how much they are because bills have gone up. And then look at this to then work out how much I need to be putting in per month. So how we've done it is, and we did this when we worked it out last time, but what I've done is work out how much our monthly bills are. I'll show you in a second. Work out how much our monthly bills are. Work out how much that totals for the year. Work out our household income for the year, so how much me and my husband bring in, this is from our wages. Worked out what percentage of that household income do we each contribute. Does that make sense? So then we've got, so like my wages bring in this much to our household, his wages bring in this much to our household. So then I've used that percentage to divide the monthly amount by, to work out how much we each need to put into that joint account for that monthly amount, so it's like fair and even. Does that make sense to everyone? I know that everyone does it so different. There's so many different ways of doing it, which I'm always really intrigued to find out how everyone else does their money. But yeah, I would love, and going into like having like when I started living with my husband, obviously he wasn't my husband then, I'd really like to completely 50-50. And I think I went into it going 50-50 ideally. That's not realistic, because he gets paid a significant amount more than me. Like, he gets paid nearly 20 grand more than me. So if we did that 50-50, that wouldn't work out anyway, and he would have much more leftover money and I would be skint. So for me, in my mind, the fairest way to do that then is to work out how much percent-wise we bring into the house for how much of that we need to put in. I feel like I've done a massive intro. Yeah, 7 minutes, just explaining that. It may be a really long waffle, makes no sense. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off by showing you that, because then in my monthly budgets, when I do my like monthly cash stuff and things, you'll generally only see I've put this much into our joint account. Saying that monthly I'll only show you, like, you'll only see like joint, this has gone into the joint. I need to get better at ticking off when our bills have gone out. Because now we're doing cash stuffing. Well, I'm doing cash stuffing, hubby isn't. And I'm doing our food shopping in cash. Really, the only things that should go out of our joint account is bills that we've got the money in there allocated for. So whenever we buy anything on the joint, or we buy anything on our joint account that comes from a joint pot, I like to drill this into hubby, we should be getting the money out of that pot, withdrawing that out of that pot into the bank account before we spend it. But there has been a couple of times, and when I'm being a bit slack at keeping on top of things, there's been a couple of times where we've used the joint to put stuff on and then not put the money back, or not taken the money out of a pot. And then it's come to, oh God, this bill's gone out and we haven't got the money in there because we hadn't put the money back from a pot, if that makes sense. So I need to get better at ticking off when our bills have gone out, and making sure that whenever we're buying anything using the joint, we've got the money from the pot or the category before we spent it. Right, enough rambling. Sorry, I'll try and keep things short. I'm terrible at keeping things short. Let me get up my spreadsheet. I'll move the camera angle a little bit. And show you that. Right, so this is our Excel sheet with all our bills in. I realise now, looking at this, you're going to get like all wavy lines over it. Oh, it's a bit better if I put something to focus on in front, but I can't get my finger there the whole time, can I? Anyway, if that looks too bad when I edit, I'll change it. So, our monthly bills. So, our mortgage is £600 a month. It's just a little bit under this, but I've rounded it up. I've highlighted, you'll see, from September onwards, these are in orange. This is because this is due to change. So our fixed rate for our mortgage is up this year. It's up in August. I've been hearing on the news, on the radio the other day, I was like, they were talking about how mortgage rates are going to go up. Well, no, they were like, people are going to be hit by higher mortgage payments because people who got like a low interest rate for 5-year fixed is like coming up. I'm explaining that really badly. I can't remember how they said the headline, but it was basically people who would fix for 5 years when the interest rates were last lowest before they went up. Theirs is going to potentially go up, they were saying, by like £2,000 a year or something like that, because those interest rates are finishing. And I'm like, that is us. So I'm glad we fixed for 5 years, especially because they all then went up. But now I'm like, God damn it, that's going to be us. So this is going to change, and this is going to increase. We were looking, if you've watched my previous video when I'm going through our goals, we were looking to try and add on to the mortgage this year to do an extension we want to do downstairs. God, we're going to have to really look at this if our mortgage is possibly going up anyway. But yeah, mortgage is currently £600. Our car is £410. That sounds a lot. That is technically my car, but it's now the family car. So we do we split this and we put half each into that, because hubby has got a car as well, but his is paid for. His was paid for quite a few years ago, but it's still good. So we both put in half each for the car. Gas and electric, this is 165. So we're with Octopus, which we really love. They've been great. They put this up a few months ago. It was like the end of summer or something. They put it up. And they tried to put it up before, and it bugged me a little bit, because it was like, I always keep tabs on it. I'm very on it with like looking on the app, looking how much we've got in there, letting it build up to credit and like withdrawing it and keeping that to the side and stuff. But they put it up. And they tried to put it up again, and I was like, we are putting it up. So I was like, okay, whatever, do it. And now we're like nearly £400 credit, something like that. And now obviously it's winter at the minute. We have been using it a little bit more, obviously. So we have now got that extra to use, but we're still losing credit. So I'll keep an eye on this. I'll keep an eye on that. And when we get to like the end of the winter and we're having the heating on less, if we're still in credit, I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Because really, it's fine to build up credit in the summer. So you've got it for winter. If we come to the end of the winter and we're still in credit, we're paying too much, aren't we? So yeah, council tax 195, nursery fees. So those that have got kids around the same age as my boys will know this. Both of our boys get 33 hours from the government. However, these hours are only for term time, which is really annoying, because unless you work in a school or you work in an environment where you get like the half terms off, they still need to go in nursery over these times. So why the funded hours are only for term times? It's a little bit annoying. I realise as I'm saying that, that's like a privilege to be able to moan about that. Parents who didn't get any of the funding, flipping heck, I don't know how you afforded it, because nursery fees are so expensive. But yeah, it's only for term time. But what our nursery does, they stretch these hours to try and cover some more of the half terms. So, however, this obviously the nursery fees change by how many half terms, in the summer when you've got the 6 weeks is really expensive. So like for this term, we don't need all of the bill, won't be that much, but like hubby's been paying this while I've been on maternity leave, but he's putting away this much per month, even for those like months like now when the bill's not going to be that much, so that we've got then some sitting there for the summer when the summer bill is ridiculously more, like a lot more expensive. Yeah. That'll make sense to anyone who's got kids nursery age. Water is £39. We're on a meter. House insurance 23. Internet is 36. TV licence 15. We have a National Trust membership, which we pay £16. Hubby had been paying this while I was on maternity leave last year, but I'm like, this is joint, so I've put it into the joint. This is really worth it. We haven't used it much in the past few months, which is bad really, but you only need to go to, we like a National Trust. Saddos maybe, but we like a nice walk round a National Trust, and you only need to go a couple, like to 2 a year, and you're getting your money back. So it's well worth it. What do you think anyway? Netflix 13, Amazon Music £18, Disney Plus a tenner. This is annoying. So we were using my dad's Disney Plus, and he was happy for us to use it, but they've cracked down on it. So we got a message on it saying, oh, please confirm this telly's in the same household. It obviously isn't, so we couldn't do it. So I was like, damn it, we're going to have to get our own now. Food shopping, we budget £400 a month. So monthly bills all come to £2,200. So like I said, what I did here, I've totaled up what our bills are for the year, which is over here, look. So that's 28,600. What I then did is how much we both bring into the household, so what our household income is. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much we earn, but I mean, if you really were that nosy and wanted to figure it out, you could probably figure it all out backwards by doing the maths with that. But, oh God, you're a better person than me if you could be asked to try and figure that out. But yeah, so then I did what our household income is, worked out how much each how am I saying this? Worked out how much our household income, how much each we contribute to that. So then I work that out. So I contribute 38.4% and hubby contribute 61.5%. So from then, I've then done 38.4% of 2,200. So then that's how much I need to put in per month. As I explained at the start, this was, in my eyes, to do it like the fairest, because he earns, obviously, as you can see, a lot more than me. So monthly amount, I need to put in £845 and hubby will put in 1,353. I'm looking at that going, oh, that feels like he puts in so much more than me and that's such a lot of money. But what I need to remember is he also earns a lot more. He also earns a lot more, and I've worked it out fairly, so this can't be any more fair, so I need to not feel guilty about that. So yeah. So this is how much I will be putting in per month. So when you see my stuffings, I literally will just put joint. And that's that. So yeah, I need to, like I said, I need to get better at like filling in when we've paid these and keeping tab on this better this year. But yeah, that's that. I'm just going to go back to my normal stuffing now. On with this month's stuffing. So I've already made my cheat sheet, and I have to say I had too much fun. I had so much fun just trying to make this a little bit funky and stuff. I'm gonna have a go this year at starting like a bullet journal, and I have my journals come. So doing this, I'm like, oh, I need to get started with that because I enjoyed this. It doesn't look the best and it's not perfect, and I see so many other stuff online and I'm like, oh my God, that's so good and I could never be that good. But my mantra for this year is progress, not perfection, so it doesn't matter. I'm still going to do it because I enjoyed it, even though it's not perfect. We'll ignore that. Right, this video is going to be so long and it's literally just me rambling. I'll try and cut it out. Usually I will do and unstuff my purse, sort out this money, play my games for this week, but I might have to not do this and do that in a different video. Guys, tell me what you prefer. Like a long video that has everything or splitting that up. Like I'm thinking, if this video gets too long, I might do my normal, just do the stuffing and work this out. Then do my like stuff in my purse for the week and like putting my money in my challenges for this week in a different video. Because for me, when I see a video that's like 50 minutes to an hour, I'm like, oh my God, I struggle to get through a video that's long. Not that I'm not interested, it's just that's a long time, isn't it? So what do you all prefer? Would you all prefer like an hour long video or videos that are split down? Anyway, I'm making this video longer by rambling, so let's get into it, shall we? So, wages. So I picked up £2,180. Woo! Like, oh my God, money, 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 money! Although, I soon got not as excited when it went like that, when I was working out where I'm putting it. Like I said, this is not what I pick up every month. This does include like 3 keeping in touch days, so that is a bit more. So, as we worked out I need to put 845 into the joint account. So, 205 was for my half of the car payment, and then 650 for like the rest. So that's a little bit over, that's 655, but that's fine. So, what I've done with this, so these bills, because these bills stay in the bank, I don't get that out in cash. The only amount I do get out are £400 for food shopping. I get out in cash out of the amount I put into the joint. That's just because hubby doesn't get paid till the last working day of the month, whereas I get paid on the 25th. So I do this from my payday. So then my money, I need to get the food shopping money out, if that makes sense. So the rest of these are in the bank. But what I do need to take out of this, I've got here in with this £400, which is the food shopping money. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84. This I then split down into weekly amounts of 100, but I'll do that in a little while. So I'll put this to the side. Petrol is also I do get this out in cash for the month. I did need to fill up before I'd done this stuff in. So I've already spent £60 of that, so there should be only 40 left in cash here for petrol. So 2040, that's what's left of my petrol money for the month. Again, I'll put this to the side for now. Actually, I should put that in the cash tray and just put it at the back. So food shopping, petrol. My phone bill's 35 again. This stays in the bank. So on to where I'm putting the rest of the money. So Disney. As I've mentioned, we are going to Disney, Florida in September. I didn't talk much about this last year because I wasn't stuffing towards the saving of it last year, just hubby was. We had already both been saving for a couple of years before I went on maternity. But now I'm back to work, I'm back to stuffing. So I'm putting in £250 this month into Disney. £200 is just going straight into the pot in the bank. £50 I'm getting out in cash because I've got a Disney binder and I've got some Disney challenges. So rather than just stuffing it straight into the bank, I'm going to do my challenges with it. I might mix up how I'm doing this, and I might take some money to play my Disney challenges in my Disney binder from the money I put into my games. But for now, £50 out of this is for Disney. So 20, 40, 50. I'll do that in a different video where I stuff into here. So for now, it's just going to go into my Disney binder. Oh, which is looking lovely with the little things I got recently. So these are from Studio Budget. I'm not going to go into too much because I'm already rambling loads. I'll show you that when I go through all my Disney stuff. Christmas is getting 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. And I've got a Christmas binder with some Christmas challenges in. Again, I'll do this in a different video putting into there. So I'm just popping that in there for now. Oh, actually, next 100 is Christmas joint. So that Christmas is for like my Christmas presents. Christmas joint is for all things joint, as it says on the tin. So food, presents for the boys, family things and stuff like that. We do also need to get a new Christmas tree this year, and we're getting a fake one, so I want a good fake one that's going to last us a long time. So that's getting £100 as well. Going through my 20s quickly. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 91. Let me change some of them. So this is for Christmas joint. Do I keep that separate so I don't get... I am sorting out, I'm going to have another Christmas binder which has like my actual like savings bits. So this is just my games, my challenges. That will then go into my like wallets for like, you know, presents and food and all that jazz. But I don't have that quite yet, so I must remember that's joint. And that's just money to go into here, that's like mine. That's Christmas. Littlest man's birthday, he's going to be 2nd of March. It's coming around so quickly. Oh my god, he waved for the first time the weekend and oh, it melted my heart. It's the first time he's done something that like he's thought about, you know what I mean? And suddenly I was like, oh, you're so old. So yeah, that his birthday is getting 50, 20, 40, 50. need to take this back to bank soon then. I think that's everything in there. Onto my binder. So Hobbies is getting £30 because I do line dancing and choir. 10, 20, 30. Beauty is getting 20. This is for my nails. Where is it? This won't be enough for my nails this month, but I'm going to use part of my spending money for that week when I've got my nail appointment. Because even that, I thought, like, oh, first full pay, I'm going to have loads of money, I won't know where to put it. Oh my God. Not only did I know where I was putting it, it went quickly, and I was like, oh, it's not stretching across as much as I wanted it to, and I got paid more than usual. That's because I wanted to still do £300 in my challenges, because I was trying to do safe to sink. I feel like this is making me see I either need to do all safe to sink, so I finish my challenges quicker to reallocate them, or I need to not safe to sink on the head. I don't want to do all just into challenges, because then I would have to be finishing my challenges that month to reallocate them. And then it's like, what's the point? Because I'm just rushing through them. So I need to have a think about this. Maybe I'll go back while I was on maternity leave. The only money I was putting into my challenges was anything I'd side hustled that month, and that did keep me motivated to side hustle and try and bring in as much as I can. Perhaps I do that, and I just stuff my wages and I played my challenges with side hustle money, because then that'll keep me motivated to try and keep side hustling. Maybe that's what I do. Any suggestions, any thoughts? Let me know. Car insurance is getting £30. So I need to order some extra wallets for here. So I got all these from Save Stuff. Oh God, Hayley, Cash Stuff. Save. I can't remember her title, so sorry. But I want some car ones to go with it. But yeah, car insurance is getting 30. Let me swap some of those. So £30 into car insurance. I think I'm going to do a bonus video at some point of all, because I've got trackers I need to update how much I'm going to put things on. I've got like annuals I need to fill in, like stuff that I'm like, oh, I'll do that next time, and I'll do that next time, and I never get round to it. I'm going to do a bonus video of all the stuff I say I'm going to do and never get round to. And I can do that in there. So car insurance has got 30. Back to my binder. So BBMU, I'm putting £100 in. That seems a lot, but I haven't been putting anything in BBMU yet because I've been on maternity. And there's only so many paydays until we get to BBMU. So BBMU's getting 100. 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. I did not look at what denominations and stuff I needed. If anyone follows me on Instagram, you'll see I had a moan about the bank. I felt really awkward asking for this much in cash, especially when they're like, right, that's... Yeah. Especially when they ask you what's it for, you feel like the bloke asking like in a tone that was like I was doing something wrong, not just asking for my own money out. So I feel awkward getting it anyway, let alone trying to ask for what denominations. And also, I don't do this until I've got the cash out. Probably need to do it the other way around. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. I've got 25 quid in here, didn't realise I did. Lovely. Right, now the last things, I need that back out again in a minute. Really in a weird order. Minis is getting 80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Again, I'll put that in weekly, so I'll put that there for now. Personal spends is getting 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. Challenges is getting 300. Oh God, I know I've got all my fives. Oh, now I swapped out in my binders all my notes. I've got fives, and now I've got loads of fives just for. Actually, having them in challenges might be useful. Oh God. Yeah, this is why you do need to work out your denominations. Sorry, everyone. Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. So what I'll do really, Etsy spends is getting 30 because I want to get Sherry at Essex Cash Stuffing has got a box coming out the 1st of February. They don't make them like they used to, and oh my God, is that a bit of me? And I'm so excited for that, so I have to get that. I think she said the box is going to be about 25 quid. Can't remember if that included postage. I feel like it didn't, so I've just put 30 in. Putting it in the wrong envelope. Put 30 in for that. I'm super excited for that. I cannot wait to see what she's done and created for it. So £30, then that should be 300 for my challenges. I've worked all that out, and because I need different denominations, I'm probably going to change that anyway into the weeks. Let's get my weekly wallets out, and then we can sort out. Oh, I can show you my dashboard now. Look, I made a dashboard for here. One thing I will not be bringing to my Etsy shop is dashboards, because, oh my God, trying to get these the right size was a right faff. But if anyone who saw my live and saw my wall, my Saved by the Bell Funky wall, I've done it to look like my wall. I will be uploading my office redecoration vlog soon, so check out that if you, keep your eyes peeled for that if you are interested. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is actually a 4.5 week month for me this month, which is annoying, and I haven't thought about that. Right now I'm going to worry about that when we come to it. Well, worry about that when we get to the end of week 4. So those are my weeks. So each week gets £100 food shopping, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. Oh, I really should have. See, I really should have worked out my denominations. I was talking to Cherry B the other day, and she was like, Grace, do you not work out what denominations you need beforehand? And I was like, no. I can see why now. Right, food shopping. What else do we get every week? Oh, £40 left for petrol, haven't I? That's not weekly, that's a monthly, but that needs to go in my purse. 10, 20, 30, 40. So that's petrol. I want to do stuff in my purse properly for this week. I feel like doing that in a different video. But I know there's nothing left in it, so I don't need to worry about taking it out first. So that's petrol. Right then, other things that goes weekly, personal spends, I've done £25 a week, 10, 20, 5, 10, 20, 5, 10, 20, 5, 10, 20, 5. And then each week I've got £300 for the month for challenges, so each week challenges gets 75. 10, 20, 30, 40, oh God. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. What have I done wrong? Oh, I got myself into a right mess. Right bloody mess. Oh God. So I need 220 per month. Times that by 4. 890. So I should have 890 here then. Let's do it that way. Oh God. From now on, I'm working all out first, figuring out my denominations before I go to the bank. Because what a flipping mess I've got myself into here. Oh, Cherry B, you call yourself Mr. Bean's sister. What am I then? Mr. Bean's... Oh, I don't know. Here's a bit of chaotic reality for you. We don't all have it all worked out. See? Everyone's still figuring out as they go along. I mean, I've not been cash stuffing for a long time. I've been budgeting for like ever. And I was digital stuffing for a good couple of years. But doing it all in cash and having to figure it all out, oh, it's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? Right, 880 I should have here. So 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh, start again. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 6, 10, 20, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 5, 60, 5, 70, 5, 80, 5, 90, 5, 7, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. 785. Where am I missing? What 95 missing? Why? Why? I'm going to have to pause you and come back to you because I've got it written in my notes on my phone and I'm filming on my phone. One sec. I'll be back. Oh my God, I still haven't figured it out. I've got myself into a right state. So one thing I did figure out, I thought the £100 for petrol, I thought I got out when I got out with my cash. I didn't. But I took £60 from the cash to fill up my tank. So that's 60. So I owe this £60. Let's add 100 for BB&U. Minis is in with that. Personal spends is in with that. Challenge is in with that. Add £30 for Etsy. 1395. That's fine. I've actually got £5 more, which still doesn't work out right. But okay, we're right. What the hell? What the hell? So what did I say I got here? 825. I don't know what I've done. We've just worked out 825, add all the things I've stuffed, does come to 1395. I got 1390 out, right? So I've put that I'm missing from here somewhere I shouldn't have done. That's short by 55 quid. I've put 55 quid somewhere. So what I'm going to do my weeks. I'm going to do week 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have week 4 as less by 55 quid. I'm going to edit this video and hopefully I'll notice it as I'm editing it. And then I'll put it in and I'll move it and put it in there. I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully I've sorted it out. Sorry for the mess of the video. But yeah, I'm still going to keep it in because that's life, that's life. That's reality. Right, I'll catch you later. Try a bit. Sorry, I've had to jump back on. I'm being so stupid, and I'm sure you're all screaming at the video. It's the money I took out to fill up my car. Just as I've got this out that I've just wrote down, I wrote down while doing it, I owe this, my money, 60 quid because I took 60 quid out of the cash before I had stuffed it to fill up my car. So I've got 60 quid in the bank that I owe here. And I owe it, I'm 55 quid short. There you go. Of course. Oh my God. That's it. I've even said this even now that I owe it 60 quid back from the petrol because while all the money was in my purse from the bank, on the way back I needed petrol, hadn't it stuffed, didn't have enough petrol to get home, so I was like, I'm going to have to get the money out. I'm going to have to use this already because I thought I got my petrol money in with that money, but when I've checked, I didn't get my petrol money out. That's it. I owe 60 quid from a bank because I got 60 quid out for petrol thinking this included my petrol money when it didn't. Oof. I can stop driving myself insane now. I'll get the 60 quid out and put it into there. Oh, okay, bye.